Gang, it's Mechanic Ninja. Thanks for hanging out today. What I'm going to be showing you is how to help your snowblower not rev so high. I got a Noma 5 horsepower 24-inch clearing width snowblower here. So let's dive right into it. If you have, so come over here onto the side where your carburetor is. Sorry, let me bring you down right here. Over here where the carburetor is, you'll have this piece hooked on right here. I already took mine off, so I'll hurry and throw it back on. There's a bolt right here, it's 5/16, and then there's two bolts right here that will either be a Phillips head or a straight screwdriver. So go ahead and pull that out, pull these two out, and then this, you'll have a red turn knob for your choke. Go ahead and just pry that off. It comes straight out. And then when you're done with that, kind of work this off, up and out. This one was not connected to the ground down there. If yours is connected to the ground, you can just kind of move this down here and just, because this piece will be ground or holding right there, and you can just let it sit right there. Let's go ahead and get that off. Grab a flat-headed screwdriver. And let me zoom you in. Let me move you over here. Okay, so we're gonna be working on the bottom of the carburetor today. If yours has a screw that looks like this one here, this video is for you. If you do not have a screw in the bottom like this, then I have a different video that will show you how to tame the RPMs on your snowblower. So check out my other video. If you have this one, stay tuned. Like I said, you're gonna need a flat-headed screwdriver, and you're gonna need to start your machine. I'm gonna go ahead and start my machine. It's gonna be a little loud on this video, so I apologize. But go ahead and listen as you're gonna take your flat-headed screwdriver and you're gonna tighten this screw in if your engine is revving too high. If your engine does not rev high enough, then you can screw it out, lefty-loosey. What this is there's a needle that you're tightening. As you tighten it, it cuts off the amount of supply of gas that you're giving it. If you tighten it in, it's giving it less gas. If you tighten it or loosen it out, it'll give it more gas. You'll hear as I do that. You can use a flat-headed screwdriver, or you can just use your fingers. Like always, when you're working on machines, make sure you're in a well-ventilated area. Make sure that you have a safety glasses on, and if you have sensitive ears, ear protection as well. And you might get a little bit of drippage of gas. Go ahead and put a towel down right here and then dispose of it correctly. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to bring you out here so I don't blow out your eardrums. This one's revving too high. Go ahead and find where she's purring perfect, and then leave your screw right there. If this is still not fixing your machine, I show this more in another video. But what you do is you go ahead and pull your carburetor off. And to do that, you have a 7/16 bolt here. So go ahead and grab a 7/16 open-ended wrench. And then on the back side of this bolt, it's on the back side, you have a 3/8. Go ahead and spin this loose, and this other one on this side loose. And then go ahead and over on your gas tank, below your gas tank, there should be a shut-off valve, on and off, to supply your carburetor with gas. Go ahead and turn that off. Put a rag down here to catch the gas that's gonna come out. Then you wanna go ahead and pinch this clamp on your gas line and pull it off. You're gonna have gas leak out, so make sure that you are properly prepared to catch that. And then go ahead and slowly move it this way, pull it off a little bit. But keep in mind that you have this linkage right here. This linkage is what we're going to be wanting to look at. So if your snowblower is still revving out of control even after you've adjusted that screw, or it's not revving up high enough, you have these little adjustments right here. As you can see, this linkage is in that one, and I only have one other adjustment up here. So what I would do is I would take my carburetor off, like I just told you, and then how you do it is you bring it out and then you kind of turn it sideways, because this linkage goes in and then it S-hooks down. So you got to work it out of that, really easy, and then move it over to this other adjustment. Put it in just like you took it out over here, put it in here, put your machine back together. The carburetor, slip the carburetor back on, put this nut on, put that nut on, put your gas valve back on and the clamp, and also put back on your primer tube, and that should fix your problem. Sometimes if that does not fix it, or the screw does not fix it, then you have an internal governor problem. I'm not going to go into that in this video, but these two things that I just showed you should help you get your machine at the correct RPMs. After you go ahead and adjust this, if you're still having problems, then go ahead and work your screw again because of the new adjustment. Moving that linkage to the new adjustment may have changed how much fuel that you actually need. So go ahead and work with that screw again. Start it up, go ahead and move it back and forth, either in or out, till you hear it to the proper RPMs. You can check the RPMs with a tachometer. You can look up the specs for your specific machine and make sure you're within the spec RPMs. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. But as far as that goes, hope your machine's fixed and running good. This video was helpful. Go ahead and hit like and subscribe. It helps me out. Appreciate it. Bye.